Welcome to another rendition of Graphing with Mr. Molden. In this video, we're going to look at the 2014 Practice FRQ. So here it is. It's asking about the country of Alpha, to draw its accurate supply and demand graph, a little bit of Forex, a little bit of money market. This should be a great review for tomorrow's AP test. So here we go. All right, it is the day before the AP test. So one last quick little review for you AP testers for tomorrow's macro AP test. We're going to go through the 2014 practice AP test, FRQ number 1. All right, but this would be a good long FRQ for you to practice with before tomorrow's AP test. So it starts off with, assume that the economy of country Alpha is operating at the full employment level. So most number ones, most long questions will start off with the economy in some state, and they'll tell you this one has full employment, equilibrium, and then they're going to want to show you on that on the graph. So we're going to do that here in a second on the board. It says, A, using a correctly labeled graph of the aggregate supply, aggregate demand, short-run aggregate supply, and long-run aggregate supply, show the equilibrium, labeling the equilibrium price level as PL1 and the equilibrium output as Y1. So this tells us everything we need to know and to put into the graph. All right, so we're going to have our graph. Draw big on the AP test. All right, you got price level, real GDP, because aggregate supply and demand is measuring the overall price level and production of output of a economy. All right, we got upward sloping short-run aggregate supply. You got your long-run aggregate supply, right, which is also the same thing as full production, but in this case, this is where everything's going to be at. All right, you have aggregate demand, downward slope, and we label that as Y1, and then come across and you have PL1. And that's A, that's it. It's 2 points, all right? One for drawing the graph, one for showing the correct equilibrium. Get your free points, all right? Now, B says, assume that the economy of country Beta, or Beta, a major trading partner of Alpha, enters a recession. So now one country is affecting the other. Little Forex, I think that's going to show up tomorrow as well, on your graph from part A. So if Beta is in a recession, right, they're going to have less spending on all goods, and if they're trading partners, that's going to affect Alpha. And if Alpha is not exporting as much, it's aggregate demand. All right, so BI says, how would this affect aggregate demand? They're telling you what line to move. Move it. All right, so we know that they're going to be exporting less, so that is a shift of aggregate demand to the left because left is decrease. Right? Now label that as PL2 and Y2. Now, it does say explain this move. All right? So, your explanation for BI, right? Why are we moving aggregate demand to left? Well, Beta is in a recession. Therefore, they are lowering their spending on all goods. So therefore, Alpha net exports are decreasing. So therefore, Alpha's aggregate demand is decreasing. All right, it's that simple. Part C. All right, Part C says the central bank of Alpha wishes to offset the effect of Beta's recession on Alpha's real output. We showed that Alpha had aggregate demand decreasing, so they are now entering a recession. So how are we going to fix this? All right, what open market operation should the central bank of Alpha take? All right, so they want to increase overall spending. Well, we know that spending can be increased by the government, it can be increased by consumers, it can be increased by businesses or foreign net exports. All right, we know it's net exports because we decrease net exports in B. So, what open market operation? That is the Federal Reserve. All right, central bank. It's monetary policy. So to increase spending on monetary policy, we're going to do expansionary. So C, open market operation, that is expansionary, is buy bonds. Right? And buying bonds equals big bucks. Right? Remember that. Buy bonds, big bucks. All right? That'll shift your supply of money in the money market graph to the right. All right? So, D. Oh, look, it says D's to draw a money market graph. Well, that's easy enough. All right? On your money market graph, again, draw your graphs really big. All right? Nominal interest rates, quantity of money, downward sloping demand of money, and then a vertical supply of money. Supply of money is controlled only by the Federal Reserve. And why, yes, the Federal Reserve is concerned about interest rates, they don't set the quantity of money or supply of money based upon interest rates. They're not profit-seeking businesses, so it's vertical, not upward sloping. All right? So, buying bonds, big bucks, we're going to increase the supply of money. So that's a shift to the right. And we're going to show that effect on the nominal interest rate. So we come over here, we have nominal interest rate 1 and nominal interest rate 2. And that nominal interest rate decreased due to the increase in the supply of money. Part E. Assume now the real interest rate in beta becomes greater than that of the real interest rate in alpha. That should make sense economically. They're kind of telling you what's happening in part D. You lowered the interest rate in part D, so it should make sense that now beta's interest rate is higher. So kind of use the question to check yourself. All right. Based on the change in real interest rates, answer the following. I. Will the financial capital flow from alpha to beta or beta to alpha? All right. You're a private investor. You want to invest where interest rates are higher. All right. Capital account on the balance of payments shows financial investments. So if you're an alpha, you're going to be sending your money to beta to get a greater return on those investments. So money will be flowing from alpha to beta. All right, Indy's beta. So I'm going to send my money to him. All right, so the money is going to go from alpha to beta. All right. This will cause things to happen on the Forex graph as well as the balance of payments. All right. 2 says, will the value of alpha's currency on the foreign exchange market relative to beta's currency appreciate, stay the same, or depreciate, and explain? Well, if I'm alpha and I'm sending my money to beta, on the Forex market, I'm going to be taking my currency to the market, leaving my alpha bucks to take Indy's beta bucks so that I can invest in Indy's beta high interest rate currency. All right, so that is what is going on. Beta's currency will appreciate, which means my currency has to depreciate. All right. And it says explain, so we need to know how do we get from here to here, all right? So it's going to depreciate due to, all right, because of the increase in investment in beta increases demand for beta currency, and that increases the supply of alpha bucks on the market, which would depreciate the value. All right, and that's the question. All right, so how did you do? All right, did it all make sense? All right. Good luck tomorrow on the AP test.